This is the Porsche 911 Turbo S, and it is the ultimate road trip supercar.
Or is it? Let's go and annoy the old guard in the brand new Lamborghini Temerario.
Oh dear.
What?
You've turned up in a Lamborghini Tamagotchi. You shouldn't be here. You need to be outside a nightclub vlogging about crypto.
Yeah, I thought you might say something like that, Oliver Senior. But you see, this car, like me, is the younger, fresher face of all-wheel drive super performance.
Well, this is the original and still the best.
So we're going to have some challenges.
We are.
So here we go then. These two cars are not direct rivals, but they frame each other rather nicely. A top-end sports car against an entry-level supercar. Both are four-wheel drive and newly electrified, so we'll have a look into that. We're also going to compare how they look and what they're like inside. We'll go through the options prices,
£4,000.
find out how good they sound,
Is he broken down?
how usable and practical they are, and of course we'll find out which is the best to drive.
Well, there's only one bedroom wall poster here, and it's this. It's not the prettiest Lamborghini ever, but Lamborghinis don't have to be beautiful, they have to be dramatic, and I give you drama.
True, but you immediately went on the defensive there and said, I grant you it's not the prettiest Lamborghini ever. It really isn't. I have a few issues with this car.
Talk me through them.
Mainly, okay, proportionally and, you know, in terms of the overall, definitely a Lamborghini. You're not going to mistake it for anything. It's not like the Ferrari Luce where you pull the badges off it, what the hell is it? It's a Lamborghini, but they couldn't stop designing it. No one seemed to go around the design department and go, enough lads, just ease back, we've got to get this thing built.
Yeah, but that's what worked on the Countach, you know, they added bits to it. I mean, do you like hexagons?
An overall design language. This thing doesn't. It's just, they've just scattered it with everything. They've machine gunned it with detailing and not stopped. It's worse at the back, we'll get round to that, but it doesn't have a strong enough Lamborghini identity, I think, because they've buried the headlights in it.
Yeah, that's quite McLaren, isn't it? To sort of do the eye sockets. What do you think of my hexagon running lamps?
Well, there's hexagons everywhere on this car, but I don't think they're quite hexagonal enough, because from a distance they look circular and they look like fog lights.
It does look like you've left your fog lights on. Okay, I'll give you that.
Paint, come on, tell me, this is not going to be free, is it?
Is your paint free on the 911?
Lugano Blue is a free colour on the 911.
Oh dear, I think the wheels are coming off for me here. So this matte blue, which has some Italian name that I won't try and pronounce, is a mere £12,000.
Right.
But if you would like the gold pinstriping, the kind of livery on this,
I can take it or leave it.
It's another £8,000. And then on this, I've got the margarita package, which Alligator package,
right?
Which is a lot of cheese that they sprinkle. No, it saves you 30 kilograms if you have the carbon wheels, which this car doesn't have. You get a bit more aero. You see my splitter. You see my ducktail wing.
Yeah.
And it's a mere £51,000. So as you can see,
and
Lamborghini,
if I'm right,
well
I think
versed
these
in the art
wheels
of...
are an extra £4,500 to have them painted bronze or something. But anyway, I have more issues with this. Okay. I have a major issue with, I don't know how they've got it legally, the amount of exposure of that back wheel. Okay, it looks terrific, but on this shoot already, it has fired stones out the back and smacked the chase car windscreen.
Yeah, we've actually broken 2 windscreens on this shoot. I've never known that in all the years of shooting cars, and it's all thanks to the completely exposed massive rear tyres on this. Looks unbelievable when you're following it. Has almost like Revuelto hypercar presence, but you can't get close to it because it will just shotgun blast your car.
And while we're around here, I'm not going to stop there, okay? Because firstly, despite all the carbon and things, there is an awful lot of plastic here, and you can hear metal, carbon, and then a lot of plastic. And this thing looks like it's prolapsed out the back. It's really ungainly.
No, I'm not having that. That looks like race car crash structure. If you want more carbon, spend more on the options list. That appears to be the Lamborghini business model now. I think front, I'm not quite so sold on. Rear, I love. I'm desperately trying to distract him because he's going in the engine bay.
Look, I have some significant issues here.
More?
Because, well, when you look in here, you would have thought they would have dressed this engine bay to look good. But the first thing you see is the expansion tank up here. You see tie wraps down here and cables and nonsense. We're going to have a look
But don't you
underneath
like my
here.
carbon? Are you going to take it
No,
off?
I don't. Yeah, we're taking this off.
Oh, he's taking it off. He's got the key. You have to have a key to take this off.
Yeah, because they don't want you seeing underneath it.
Talking amongst yourselves. Right, there's a catch here, isn't there? Shall I
Yeah.
give you a hand?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Lift this off.
Okay, hand that to me.
You got it?
I'm going to go and hide.
Because, oh my God, look at it. I mean, it's just heat shielding from wall to wall and a brace beam. It's really unattractive.
Do you not like my
Really
V8
unattractive.
firing order badge? My strut braces?
No, because I mean, the thing is, you're going to park this up and everyone is going to come and go, oh, let's have a look at the engine. And you're going to take it off and they're going to go,
Why is
oh.
it wearing a scuba suit?
Yeah,
and why is there more tin foil than my school lunchbox?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's difficult to make a case to defend this, if I'm completely honest. You used to have those lovely intake plenums on the top of the V10, and now you've got a collection of plastic and wires.
Yeah, correct. Right, shall we go and have a look at the Porsche?
Yeah, actually, because going back on the offensive, since when has a 911 ever had a beautifully dressed engine bay? Come on, pop yours. Let's see what you're packing back here. Got him. There's no
So
way
there's
you can
nothing to
respond.
look at here, quite literally. That is all there is.
Are they the turbos? We've got these
Now,
two fans here
play
that make
nicely.
that looks like a sort of 90s kind of, radio ghetto blaster
It
speaker.
does, doesn't it? Yeah.
And then they've put a kind of plastic toast rack on top
Yes,
of it.
I know. This is not the best bit of the 911, is it?
No.
I love this car, but I do think it's looking quite heavy haunched now.
Yeah, do you know what the problem with the 992 is? They made the car bigger and wider, and yet they made the lights thinner. So you've got a lot of bodywork and there's some love handle going on.
That is it. So it's lost a bit of tension and a bit of drama from the back quarter. I just don't think it's quite as sharp as I wanted it
This
to be.
car hasn't got the sports exhaust, which is the oblong pipes. You just get the round ones. So those piddly little pea shooters in there look rubbish, and you should not be having fake extraction vents on a 911
Will you
turbo.
stop poking around it? Overall, this is still a really nicely designed car. And I
Because
love
the old
it.
one wasn't. They haven't changed it. It's the same old thing. It just is. I mean, what
But
have we got?
also, for the Turbo S, I like it with this wing on the back. I like that Sport Design wing in its Sport Plus mode, and it comes up and down, and you see it in the mirror, and it looks cool behind
How much
you.
is it to have that wing in black with the extra horns on the side?
That Sport Design pack is like $5,500.
Oh, damn. I thought I was going to get
Sorry,
my
I
own
can
back
say
there.
whatever numbers I like and how flippantly I like, because none of them are as remotely as scary as this.
How much is your base price?
200 grand, 199. And that
199
has got
base.
less than 20,000 quid's worth of options on it.
Right.
The whole thing.
Okay. And now you're going to ask me what mine is, aren't you?
I'm waiting for you to suggest it.
So this is £260,000. It's got 130 odd, we think, of options
Yep.
on it, and then with the
Plus tax.
plus tax, it's £417,000 for the entry-level Lamborghini, as you see it here. What can I pick fault in? Help. Why have they put a Venetian blind on the front that fillets your roadkill for
Exactly,
you?
yeah, the pheasant filleter.
Yeah.
It's not the best bit of design. I think the headlight's too big. I like that badge. The badge looks cool.
The Turbo Night, this kind
Turbo
of
Night. I
monochrome
like that.
greying out of the badges
Yep.
and the wheels and the window line. You're into it?
I like that. Yeah, I'll take that. I like these wheels too. Really like these wheels. Standard, unlike yours.
Oh, it's actually coming across as quite good value, which is really annoying. So we're going to say that the 911 looks like a 911 kind of always has. They've changed the Lamborghini and we don't like the change. So I guess this is the better exterior design by default.
Correct.
Right, now I've got to go and put the Lamborghini's engine cover back on, and you think of the next challenge.
Done.
Right, let's keep up the pressure on the teeny Mario by finding out what kind of noise it makes.
That is a beautifully twisting piece of tarmac, and we need to find out how good these cars sound. So I have sent Ollie down there in the Temerario.
I know exactly why he's done this, and so do you. Because the Demerara replaces the Huracan's soulful V10 with a twin-turbo, much more Ferrari-like V8. And then he's picked a road that's so twisty, I can't deploy my 10,000 RPM secret weapon.
I mean, I can hear it. I mean, it should be triumphant and operatic. It sounds a bit weak. It's not making enough noise. Even the echoes, I can't really hear them. Right, my turn.
See, even Porsche nerds have to admit that turbos have never been the best sounding 911s, and now they've put electric motors on the turbos. It's even more of a vacuum cleaner. Has he broken down?
Look, the Turbo S doesn't make exciting, naturally aspirated Porsche noises, but it does sound deep and purposeful at road speeds. So for my money, it's the winner. Ollie, obviously you're going to agree with me.
Sorry, but no. I know the Lamborghini is a droner and nowhere as musical as the old V10, but I'll forgive it on this test for the noise it makes above 8,000 RPM.
A noise you'll only be able to experience on an autobahn or while leaving a Cars and Coffee in first gear. Half a point each then, and time to go and have a sit inside. Ollie, yours first.
Inside, I don't think old Ollie is going to find quite so much to complain about inside the Demi Lovato, because this is what we want in the car world. We want the Germans doing the sensible stuff and the Italians going a bit loopy. So what have the Germans done? They've made sure the driving position is better than the Huracan. You just feel better sorted, sat down low in the car, and you can now left foot brake if you want to because the pedals aren't skewed. Look at the depth of this window. I can see out the side. I can see out the back. So making all the buttons and switches and a human fit inside was taken care of by the Germans, while they thought the Italians were sketching up a fun new design. What they were actually doing is going for lunch because they have copy-pasted a Revuelto interior inside. You're getting a hypercar interior at supercar money, if you're careful with the options list. Because seriously, we'll throw up a picture of the Revuelto's cabin now. Try and spot the difference. There really aren't many. You get the same vertical driver info display behind the steering wheel, which again is off a Revuelto with 30 buttons and knobs and switches on it. You get the same razor blade paddles. You get the same weird reversing lever. You get the same missile lock starter button. The switches off a fighter jet. You get the same slanted touchscreen center console. And you get the same display for scaring your passenger over there. It's just off a hypercar.
Speaking of passengers, I'm going to come and join you.
Right, are you going to come and complain?
Actually, no, I'm not, because I, like you, I think they've done a pretty good job with this. It's you still get in it and you go, I am in a Lamborghini, but in a more successful way, I think, than you do when you're outside it. I think they've done a good job with this cabin.
Yeah.
However,
We're not going to be able to leave it there, though, are we?
no, of course not. Of course not. Well, for one, yes, it has got a landing zone for a phone here and something back here, but could they not have done a bit better with it? They haven't got upward opening doors. They should have, but they haven't on this. So you should have a stowage pocket in that door, somewhere to put something.
I've got nothing. I've
but
got
you've
no
got nothing.
armrest. That's annoying.
Exactly. And then, how much of this is standard?
I mean,
Shall I tell you?
the carpet.
Almost, no, not even the carpets. The carpets, I've got my phone here with all the prices on it. The carpets are 450 quid.
For the floor mats.
For the floor mats. The floor mats are
Right, well, that's not
£450.
too bad.
No, it's not, but you
For a
try to find
supercar.
anything else about 450 quid. I tell you what, there's an awful lot of £2,660, which must be €3,000. I think the Italians have just gone, what should we charge for this? €3,000 here, €3,000 there. Don't worry about it.
Right, go on then.
So-
Give me, so the carbon on my Revuelto
Yeah,
driver
binnacle.
display here.
Yep, that's £1,780 if you want that in carbon. I don't know what it is else. Your steering wheel,
Yeah.
right?
It's got lots of carbon all over it.
Yes, that's £2,660, I think.
Right.
Yep.
And I'll probably want more carbon to match. So carbon on the centre console.
Oh, do you want that, do you? That, I believe, is £4,000. Yes.
For that little fillet of carbon.
Well, I assume it runs from down here and all the way across here and
But
maybe
that's-
this bit here as
only
well.
my knees can see that. Okay.
I know. Air vents in matte carbon, £3,990.
It's getting quite expensive now. There's quite a lot of Alcantara in this particular car as well. I imagine that's not free.
Well, I tell you what, your seat belts, to have them in blue, is £1,100.
Right.
I mean, honestly, they
The sound
do
system,
carry on
do you get that standard?
No, don't be silly.
It's pretty good, the sound system in here. I like it.
Is it? It's still £4,300. Do you know, I sort of admire their approach to it.
You've got to respect the hustle for how much money they're printing out with these things.
Absolutely. Can I show you, though, something extremely German in here?
Yeah, go on.
So they have nicked Porsche's cup holders, and I mean, completely stolen them.
The greatest cup holders in the world from the old 911 and Cayman are back.
I know.
And still adjustable. Look at that.
I know. It's brilliant, isn't it? But they've literally gone to the Porsche parts bin and gone, oh, those are good, and you're not using those anymore, you say. I'll have those. Right, I'm going to see if I can go to the Porsche and see if there's anything Lamborghini in the Porsche. I sort of doubt it.
Best of luck.
Right, the interior of the Turbo S, where they have borrowed precisely nothing from Lamborghini because they didn't really need to. This is a very different type of car, and this is the difference between like a supercar and a sports car. A supercar needs to feel exotic and exciting. A sports car, which is what the 911 is at the end of the day, doesn't. It is free to be ergonomically flawless because they doesn't need to have the silly angled screens and all the rest of it. Instead, they can focus on the quality and the operation of things, and this is what Porsche always does so well. However, there is a sort of gradual erosion of 911-ness going on in here. The fact that you no longer get a lozenge twist to start it, you've now got a start-stop button. The fact there's now no analog rev counter, it's just digital displays that you can flick through, and it's just this erosion of stuff that is slightly annoying. But for the tactility of the switchgear and everything else, I mean, I just find the whole car a pleasure to operate in here.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. I am just going to have to interrupt this Porsche loving because you were very rude about the Tiara Roche's interior apart from the cup holders.
Yeah.
So explain this to me then. Come on.
No,
What's going on?
Okay, yeah, you got me. The 992 Porsches, their cup holders are a crime, basically, especially if you have a manual, because this is where your cup holder sits.
You just elbow your cup holder.
I don't know why they came up with this as a solution. It's so bad. So yeah, the secret weapon for every 992 is that's removable, and you throw that away and shove that in.
So then you get like a useful bin there.
Pocket for your wallet or phone or whatever you want to do. So yeah, you solve it, and then there's a passenger cup holder over there that you can use and have a very long reach for if you're the driver. It's not ideal, and it's a real retrograde step from the old one, I think, which is a problem.
Where I'm not prepared to forgive the 992 as much as you are. I think there's too many retrograde steps. I can't forgive the lack of the physical
analog
rev
thing.
counter.
Yeah.
I want my twisty starter button back.
Yeah.
There is no excuse in a £200,000 car to have piano black, the laziest of all trim materials. If you wanted to shift gear in the old car, you could do it on the stick. Now you have a kind of lady shaver. That just feels so cheap and nasty. So I just think there's too much erosion of Porsche-ness, and it's that classic problem that all Turbo S's have that they can never get away from, that this is fundamentally the same cabin as you get in a Carrera for half the price. Whereas,
right, okay.
I'm sorry,
I get all of this.
In the Terra it feels like a hypercar.
Yes, okay. And I am with you on a lot of this. To be fair, but I like that Temerario interior.
Well pronounced.
I got it right.
Yes.
I like that cabin. I think they've done it quite well. And honestly, if we're going to be choosing between two of them for sense of occasion and actually quality and everything else, I think it gets it right, that car. I mean, the problem is you've got to spend £500,000 on your options to get it into that position.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'd give it the win.
I would as well, even though this has only got one option pack on it, which is just for this leather and some carbon trim, and it's only cost £1,500. Overall, keep the spec on the Lambo sensible, and it's just a much cooler place to sit.
It wins.
Time to move on and compare how electrical they are.
Right, this isn't going to take very long. This latest Turbo S has Porsche's electrically driven turbos. No waiting for exhaust gases to get going, instead each turbo is spun by an electric motor. There's also another motor in the gearbox that helps with torque fill and recuperation. It's a closed system, so you don't have to plug it in, and power comes from a 1.9 kilowatt hour 27 kilo battery, about the size of a shoebox. And that's it.
Right, mine also has 3 electric motors, and like yours, one of them is in the gearbox. That's there to help eliminate turbo lag, but the turbos get no electric assistance. Instead, the other electric motors are used to drive the front wheels. They're rated at 78 brake horsepower each and take power from a battery that's twice the size of the 911s, but still only good for an electric range of 5 pathetic miles.
Yeah, Lambo isn't pushing the tech that hard, is it?
No, but it is still more of a hybrid than yours.
And you reckon that's a good thing? Then have the point, you're welcome to it. Now, let's go and talk about something more exciting.
Forever and a day, the Porsche 911 has been the benchmark for practicality and usability. I mean, it's going to be really interesting to see if your Temu Warrior can be anything like as habitable and easy to get on with as this.
Come on, show me around your benchmark then.
We're going to start under the front, because everyone needs to see under the bonnet of a 911 to go, oh, you can literally fit people in there.
Yeah.
You can. I'm not going to demonstrate because I'm really
But
don't
it
want
is
to.
impressive that even with front drive shafts and aero and radiators, you've got a massive boot and space for the puncture kit and space for the first aid kit. It's very well packaged, this thing.
It is, isn't it? There we go. And more than that, it's got space inside as well. So I can go inside and, tell you what, let me demonstrate. I'm going to get in the back seats for you.
A grown man cannot get in the back of a 911 Turbo. Or can he?
This one
Let's
can.
find out together.
Look.
There he goes,
How
ladies and gents.
difficult is that?
All 6'9" of him, comfortably. Would you want to do a journey back there?
No, frankly, I don't.
No, but you'd rather do it back there than you would in the back of the Temerario.
But my luggage will be very happy back there, and you can fold the rear seat backs down for even more space.
Yeah,
I mean, and then it's always the thing with 911s. That is the start of it, and then you've got the visibility, the view out, just the ease of use of the whole car and how you operate it. It's just brilliant, isn't it?
And it's worth saying both cars have got nose lifts. We've had to use the Lambos loads and it still catches its chin. This hasn't bumped its face once.
Not even in Sport Plus mode like it is at the moment.
Yes.
Right, should we go and have a look over here?
Yeah, while we do, tell me about your fuel economy on the way up. What was your score?
So that did 32 to the gallon until I turned off the A9. And even by the time I got here, it was like 30. It was remarkable.
For a
How about you?
700 horsepower car, that's amazing. This 900 horsepower car did 23, 24 to the gallon.
And it's a hybrid though.
Yeah,
I mean, it should be regenerating and doing better than that.
Yeah, and the
shouldn't it?
hybrid means it's got a small tank. So this does 300 miles on a tank and that does
400. Yeah, it's
sort of wins, doesn't it? But
it's
anyway,
amazing.
Let me talk you around how practical I am.
Right, do that.
Help. Well, we haven't got back seats.
No?
Because this is a proper supercar.
Okay.
But we do have a shelf.
You've got
see?
a shelf?
Look at my lovely shelf here where you can put maybe some sort of display, some sort of flower arranging.
A bouquet.
Yeah.
An umbrella. I'll give you that.
Yeah, an umbrella.
Golf club,
Perfect.
maybe.
We
too.
don't have door storage. We don't have an armrest storage. We have a
No.
very small glove box. We have some sort of shallow trays
Yep.
here where you can put maybe
It's just,
literally
it's
nothing.
lacking the accoutrements where you get into it and you go, what am I going to do with my coat and my satchel and everything,
Yeah.
all of that daily stuff.
But the nose lift is easier to reach than the Porsches because it's on the steering wheel, so it's on the button. And let me impress you, because you see, when Ferrari does a hybrid supercar, it puts the electric motors in the front, in the nose, and eats all the boot space. Whereas this, pop the hood, easy latch, and we have this cavern, this bottomless pit to take your nearest and dearest away. This is phenomenal achievement from Lambo. What?
Which is missing half the contents it's meant to have in there, which you've stuck over there. Right, that is the charging cable, isn't it?
Yeah, that's for the wall box, for the high voltage battery, yeah. So that's just in there.
Trickle charger?
Trickle charger for the ancillary battery, yeah,
Inevitably,
no
and a first aid kit, which it will definitely need because it's going to have an Instagram accident tomorrow.
Yeah, so there we go. We just slot all that neatly in there, and you have
the Porsche's one.
Yeah, you have half the boot space.
Yeah, the Porsche's one, hasn't it?
Yes, again.
Right, time to actually hit the road and find out what they're like on these stunning Highland roads.
So now we're on the road. We should say, if you want to see these cars going absolutely flat out on track, we've done track tests of the Temerario and the 911 Turbo S and you can find those videos on the YouTube channel. There'll be links in the description. But we came up to Scotland to find out what these all-weather, all-wheel drive weapons are like on the road. And you've got strong feelings on that.
I do, because to me, the Temerario drives as fussily as it looks. I find it a little bit disjointed and therefore slightly unsettling to drive, because the Porsche is super composed in all circumstances, which, yes, can make it feel a little bit dull. But this, for me, there's a disjoint between what the front axle does and what the rear axle does sometimes. So occasionally you get bits of sudden wheel spin on wet roads that aren't particularly friendly.
And when you brake, sometimes you get a lot of regen, and sometimes you're going, please stop, it's worth £400,000.
Yeah, and the ride can be a bit patchy. And the body control, I don't think, is good enough. So you've got this slight disjoint in how you want this car to sort of feel and behave, and how it's actually behaving, which I just don't think it properly nails into.
And that's unusual, because the Revuelto, that this car's bigger brother, gets that so right. It's a big V12 pantomime, and the electric is there to, I guess, get it through the laws and the tests it needs to. But the rest of the time, it's just a giggle. I think we should get into this car's big issue now, which you feel on the road all the time. I mean, it's this. Here we are, second gear. And I've had to lift way out of that.
Yeah.
The question is, and I'm sure everyone's asking it, why didn't they just keep the V10? Lamborghini's got huge brains, tons of money. Why couldn't they get the V10 through all the emissions legislation? I actually put that question to this car's chief engineer a few months ago, a chap called Revuelto, who's got the biggest brain at Lamborghini. And he said, it's the customer's fault. He said that had they got the V10 and stuck it in this, it would have had to be detuned to pass emissions tests, to pass noise laws. And the result would have been a car 200 or 300 horsepower down on where Ferrari or Porsche or particularly Corvette are right now. And Lamborghini customers are show-offs, and they would not tolerate that. So the result is turbos, it's hybrid motors, and it's this noise.
Which, I mean, I like it high up. The rest of the time, the problem is that 90% of the time you are at 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 revs. You're not anymore, well, where else? The trick it does, though, it does give you good performance, but because it's slightly unsettling to drive, it's still trying to do the same trick as Porsche, in which give you all-weather, massive composure and capability, and actually it doesn't quite do it. It still feels like, it's going to give you a spike.
I think we both find that the Porsche, despite being 200 horsepower down, is no slower in the rear world, and in the wet, I'm quicker point to point in the 911.
Yeah, and happier and more settled, but because confidence is everything, isn't it?
Yeah, so on that note, let's go and drive the 911.
Correct. So the thing for me about the 911 Turbo S is it's like everyone knows it's there. It's like part of the furniture, and yet we all take it for granted, and so we forget just how astonishingly good it is while we get distracted by the GT3 RSs and everything else. And yet, for me, this is fundamentally a better everyday road car for doing big trips in and for enjoying when you're up here, because it's not uncomfortable.
Yeah, what I've learned is you really feel in this car the 50 years of development that the Turbo has had, and the plus 60 years that the 911 has had. You feel all that honing and learning and all that nous that they've collated together and distilled into this like crushingly complete car. Whereas the Temerario Ding Dong is it's the kind of the first or second stab at something, and it's good in places, brilliant in places, but they're still figuring some of it out. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And the electric turbos on this, so this is the big innovation for these. I don't think it adds character to the car, because they're trying to eradicate the thing that gives it character, and it hasn't completely, but I think this is a sort of, they've smoothed the edges off the 911 Turbo even more. And you've still got a little bit of lag, because look, they have to build pressure in the intake plenum, so even though they spin them electrically, there's still a little bit of lag. So here you go, third gear, 2,500
because we have
revs.
just had lunch.
Yeah, I know. And off it goes.
Good Lord.
And
I mean, it's like an EV. It is.
I know.
That for all the Lambo having electric motors, this is the one that goes like an EV. There's very few other cars that give me that humpback bridge, tickly tummy butterflies feeling in a straight line. But this one does. I just left my stomach in the back seat.
Yeah, yeah.
It's wild.
But it's the pure, everything has this shot, is shot through with this quality of excellence. So you drive it and you forget about it because it's just doing everything so cleanly and easily for you. And then you start to pick apart the individual aspects of it. You go, well, the gear change, it's just lovely. And the paddles feel nice. The brakes are flawless under your foot. The steering is really nice. So as a satisfaction of driving it is really there.
Yeah, that's all that development we're talking about. It's that consistency. I was trying to think earlier of a single situation you could put this car in where it would be flummoxed.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you do some single word association, on the motorway,
smooth.
Yeah. On a B road,
weapon.
On a big sweeping glorious A road like this.
Glorious.
Yeah, it's just, there's no way you can put it. You can park it easily, you can do the school run. It does just do everything so well for a lot less money with a lot more practicality. So it's just a predictably, crushingly brilliant car, this.
So are we saying that this is fundamentally a better driver's car than the Temerario Ding Dong?
Partly because it's easier to say, but just because you're never able to catch it out. Yeah, if you gave me one car to turn around now and point 600 miles home, I'd want to be sitting where you are.
Me too.
Which means the Porsche wins this point and claims overall victory. But before we do the 600 miles back, we need to sum up our thoughts.
So what have we learned? Well, mainly that the Quattroformaggio needs mud flaps and it doesn't need more power.
But that's exactly what it'll get, because Lamborghini, they add wings, they add stripes, and they'll turn up the horsepower on this base model, but hopefully they'll be brave and one day delete the hybrid, like Bentley have done and Ferrari are thinking about, save some weight and save some complication.
And ideally put a V10 back in.
Yeah, because as it is, this is just very frenetic.
Whereas this is the most complete all-round supercar on sale today. And in 30 years' time, nothing will have changed.